It's been a little while. I said I'd be doing these every day, but I've been doing art or other non-stream related activities. But I'm gonna try and do a stream every day. Still trying, um, art or otherwise. Okay, so this is feels like a blitz round because somebody said that they have a strong feeling that's been bothering them for quite a while. They might be watching right now. Um, or speak up later. However, this is something that I've seen in many people, so I decided to do a stream about it. And I wanted to do a stream before they went to before their internet was cut off because they live on the other side of the world and it is night there. Unlike now, just day here. So, so what is it? Um, it apparently has a medical term called being touch starved. And just with that title, you probably know enough about it to assume what it is. And you'd be right. Being touch starved is that feeling of that in placement that somebody gets from lack of being having skin to skin contact. Now, that's because our bodies have our bodies are just a very complex bio machine. There is a scientifical reason for this, and it's actually a chemical, and the chemical name is oxytocin. I found out today. Yes, Dragonheart is here, also typing. Lack of physical contact would perhaps be a good way to say it. Yes, but oxytocin is the actual name of this chemical, and it has a lot of lots and lots of related lost my train of thought. Oxytocin has lots and lots of related roles to a body, from behavior of maternal infant bonding, milk releasing empathy to generosity and others. A quick view on Google would show what oxytocin, which I will type, need have it. Yes, I'll type it out here. AXYTOCIN is what I'm talking about. Anyways, before you go looking for that though, there is something I want to say, because Googling implies using the internet, and I believe that the internet is part of the problem that we don't have enough. Another image by Moon or Moonwolf. Thank you very much, Moonwolfie. But the internet, I believe, is a strong cause of this lack of physical skin-to-skin contact. Because now we're being satisfied on one level by long-distance relationships and or contact and or information and or whatever, but we're not getting skin-to-skin contact from that. So, as Dragonheart put it, lack of physical contact is definitely, as I read earlier, on the rise. So, what can be, what should be, what is a viable way to combat this? First of all, knowledge. To know that that is that that is a problem, to have a name for it, to look up online what that more by look up and research this by more qualified scientific individuals say about it, to yes, just research. Yes, this is research. Yes, this is not school, but if it affects you, you should research it, because knowledge arms you with what you should do. Because I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you, hey, it's a simple problem, there's a simple solution. It might not be simple, and it changes from individual to individual. So to research it, yes, conversations. A lot of people can't go to cons. Oh, I'm sorry, conventions. A lot of people can't go to cons. That is true. Or some people need romantic relationships, or some people need non-romantic relationships. But very good additions there, Knife and Dragon. I'm trying to keep my eyes like on 3 screens here because information's popping up on all of them. Group meetups, which are usually free. Correct! But Knife, there's a kind of a problem. I live in a very smaller version of it, but still acceptable. Yes, they are still acceptable. Very true. However, where I live is mostly there's more animals, other animals, than humans. The next city or town away is an hour away. The elevation beats out the population where I'm at. There's not a lot of people. So meetups would be the bar. Would be at school. But sometimes there's not a lot of touching at the bar or at school. And sometimes not even a lot at home. There was for a year that I lived alone. I lived by myself in my own apartment. And I worked nights by myself. And I slept during the days. So, and that was my schedule. I just maintained it. So I did have a severe lack of physical contact. I was touch starved. I was pretty depressed. That led to some very heavy depression. And I didn't really have any way out of that because that was a very constant schedule. I exclusively worked nights in a kitchen. And before that, I even worked nights as a overnight stalker. And then even before that, I worked from 10 at night to 10 in the morning as a driver, where you don't really touch anyone either. So yes, I do know the depressional effects of that. Living alone in a place like this with jobs like that. It does weigh really heavy. Was I lost? Yes, I was. I felt lost. But what did I do? What did I do? I way overcompensated by having pretty much as I could, as much free time as I had. I went and live streamed, and I talked to people like Knife, who was very kind and made little emotes of my own face, which were really cool. Oh, another Moonwolf trying. Anyways, yeah, I streamed a lot, like heavily, like for many hours, for 5 to 30 people on on a chat, viewing what I'm making and talking to me. And I was like, yeah, this is as close as I can touch you guys. I did a lot of that. I actually did too much of that. Probably unhealthy. So, but that's what I did. Some people don't have that ability or can't get that same feeling, all because of that oxytocin. There is a deficiency of that happening in people nowadays, and instead of saying, hey, this is where to this is how to obtain it naturally, people are selling pills. This makes you feel better. This makes you whatever feel less. This makes you feel more. And if we look at the name oxy, is that kind of related to oxycodone, oxy others, opioids in general? Is it? It might be. I'm not knowledgeable in that. I'm going to go find out, but the amount of time I had to prepare was very little. So this time I don't know, but I will find out. I will find out. In other news, or still pertaining to this subject, I do believe that this is a growing epidemic, and that can I do this? That glare's awful. That this is a growing epidemic, and that I also believe that knowledge is the first thing to arm ourselves with. And with knowledge comes the power, and the power to overcome it. Because the problem might be simple. How it affects us is complex. And the solution is different to individuals. But at least we can make a plan to make that better and solve it for ourselves. And maybe you can overcompensate. Yes, Knife does bring out a good point. However, I'll finish my sentence. It says, knowledge is a battle of your mind, depending if you accept it or not. Ruby, I've told you this before. What you think is stronger than what you believe. That's what we say, mind over matter. If you believe you're worthless, that will start showing up everywhere. If you believe that you cannot be helped, that will start feeling more true than no matter if 100 people say that you're not worthless, that you can be helped. No matter how authentic they are, if you believe that you're worthless and can't be helped, that's what's happening. That's what you'll see. That's what your body will react to. That's what your mind will feed yourself. It's hard to let go of what you think. But it's true. A person that is unhindered because what they think is greater instead of lesser than what they are. Jack Black, he may be big, but man, he doesn't let that stop him. He doesn't think that he's lesser. He thinks that he's greater, and it doesn't matter his size. It doesn't matter his diet. It doesn't matter anything. He's a wonderfully funny person that cannot be stopped. Because what he thinks is greater. It's even harder to let go when your own mind believes nothing will change until you have something that will take ages to get. Yeah, that's true. It is harder. Feeling that you have an external limitation. I have some words for you after that I'll type out, because it's a bit more personal. and I'm about the end of my time here because I'm at 15 minutes. That is what I want to end these at, and I think I got some good information out there. Thank you guys for both joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna cut out about 4 minutes of this thing, so it'll make it about 15 of actual recorded time. Still, I am taking suggestions, and I will be trying to stream every day. Um, and as always, I am putting more pictures back here, more than just my own. And if you have any images, send them to me on Discord or Tumblr, and I'll add them with your permission. So that's all, I guess. That's the wrap up. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, somebody just joined. I'm sorry, I'm ending this stream now. But that is all. I'll be streaming every day. Art or this. Come watch me. Follow, like, subscribe, all that BS, right? Alright. Bye.